Have you ever heard of the tragedy of Starfield, the unfinished?
Well, everyone, we're back. Bethesda has managed to do the impossible and get me to play Starfield once again. Congratulations. Everybody loses. You see, Bethesda Game
True.
Studios just announced a major update to Starfield, the biggest one they've done since the game launched last year. And this update promises to bring all sorts of stuff, such as new city maps and things like that to actually...
New city maps, and by new, he obviously means city maps in general, because they did not exist. It only took a year for Bethesda to make city maps. I have to say, for Bethesda, this is breakneck speed. And only for Bethesda this could be impressive. Having a map in a game is not impressive to literally any other developer except Bethesda. Wow. This is like a new paradigm shift or something.
Enhance the experience when you're navigating planet surfaces and stuff. They're also, as they announced, adding all sorts of different modular parts for shipbuilding. They're going to tweak some other things for new...
So, wait, they're adding new parts for shipbuilding while not making shipbuilding not a complete pain. Because shipbuilding is, without a doubt, a complete pain. It is the worst made UI that Bethesda has ever done. And that's impressive if you have seen any UI in Starfield in general.
New Game Plus, making it so that you can reassign your perks and redesign your character and stuff, which is super, super useful. They also...
The perks that do nothing, and the character customization that doesn't matter. Wow!
Also announced that they are aiming to add a performance mode to consoles. So if you were looking to play this on your Xbox Series X, it looks like you'll be able to do 60 frames, right? Right? Well, as always,
I'm sure the 3 people who are playing Starfield on Xbox are gonna appreciate this a lot.
the answer is in the fine print. And in this case, if you look at the fine print, it's revealing. Namely, they specify if you don't have a variable refresh rate display, screen tearing will occur when selecting 60 FPS or above as your preferred frame rate target, which means...
Now, admittedly, this is not probably even the worst spot. Again, for Bethesda, a big patch typically means they fixed 12 bugs that no one knew about. 6 of those bugs are not actually fixed, but they think they're fixed, but they're not actually. You know, the asteroid companion that they fixed 4 times, and, you know, no one even knows is it still active or not because not enough people play Starfield to even report on it. And usually they introduce 8 new bugs for, you know, every 6 bugs that they fix. So this is going to be great. When this launches, I am 100% sure it's going to delete people's save games. It's going to brick PCs. It's going to do amazing stuff when you especially open the town map.
Means if you select performance over quality and then target 60 frames above that, as you can see them toggle it to, you will straight up get screen tearing unless you have a VRR compatible display, which I'm guessing a lot less people have than will be trying this. That was a clunky way of saying it. Basically, it sounds like it's a performance mode where you'll flip the switch and it'll do 60 frames. That is not what this is. It's basically just a VRR mode that aims for 60. And that's why they have in big letters down here, performance setting is intended for variable refresh rate displays. That's what it's meant for. If you don't have that, if you're playing this on an older display, an older TV or monitor that doesn't have it, you will not get the benefits of this. It will be something you'll need to turn off because the screen tearing will be so bad. So I just want to be very...
It seems Todd Howard has not changed his mind about the fact that Starfield is well optimized and you should probably just buy a new PC to play it. And in this case also, a new TV. Wow.
Very clear with that. I've already seen some like BGS and Starfield stands talking about how they did it. They added performance mode. It's not really what this is. This is a VRR mode that's targeting 60 frames, but likely won't achieve it.
To be fair, who cares? Starfield cannot add a single thing to the game that's actually gonna make this pile of garbage actually playable. They can sprinkle gold dust, they can sprinkle chocolate on it, they can even drizzle a little bit of that manuka honey on it. It's not gonna make a difference.
And if it does achieve it, you still have to have a very particular type.
Soon Todd Howard's gonna do a little bit of those sweet, sweet black truffle shavings on Starfield, but it's still that shit at the end of the day.
Type of display to see it. Beyond that, they also showed this where you're going to be able to have conversations with people and turn off the dialogue camera, which is different. I mean, basically you'll be able to have conversations and you won't have to look at the weird like front on conversation camera that's like straight out of Oblivion. You won't have to do that.
Nice. Imagine that. Not actually making it palpable and good, but just, you know, giving the players the option to turn it off because it's so bad. I love this.
Which could be nice, I don't know. And then they showed this majestic little clip here of a work in progress dune buggy that will come to the game at some point in the future. It stood out to me because, for one,
a year or two later, I'm assuming, because, you know, city maps probably already was using 120% of Bethesda's resources. So this, man, this is not coming soon. Also, who cares? Who even wants this? What does it matter? You understand most planets are actually way too rocky for this shit to work? And Bethesda is never going to introduce anything even remotely close as to reasonable physics. So, what does this even matter? And also, on planets where you can use it because it's not full of rocks and obstacles, so you just get to find your loading screen faster? Is that the point? From a loading screen now faster to the other loading screen? That sounds really dumb and bad. It's not like they're gonna ever add anything to the planets worth exploring. So this is pointless.
It will hopefully improve one of the biggest problems with Starfield, which is navigation and exploration. But even this little thing they show, it has a boost bar.
What?
And it basically looks like it's a repurposed boost pack that has taken the shape and form of a dune buggy. So it uses the same mechanics as the boost packs or jet packs. It's just shooting you forward horizontally now. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to satisfy everybody. Even in this footage, which to be fair is work in progress footage, it could be much, much better by the time we see it.
I mean, everyone's gonna forget Starfield exists about around the time we actually see this.
But even in this footage, it doesn't seem to be moving particularly quickly, and it seems to be yo-yoing pretty hard. So we'll see when that comes, but it seems like that might be a cool addition, but it might also be rough. Time will tell. But Luke, all this is great, but I thought
it's 100% gonna be rough.
The video title says you're gonna try it. Well, guess what? Guess what? I am. You see, this update comes out on the 15th to all platforms. Officially, it's not out yet. However, it is available through the Steam beta program, which you can also opt in for. So if you play the game on PC, you can do that. And that's what I did earlier on stream. And that's the version of the game you see on screen right now.
Ah, look at this neon. The city that is so much better looking than Cyberpunk 2077. Starfield players are going to actually fight you over this if you say neon is not the most best looking thing in the history of gaming. Cyberpunk? Bruh. Are you kidding me? Cyberpunk looks like trash compared to whatever this is supposed to honestly be. Look at that. It's neon. It has a neon sign. And it has like 3 other neon signs inside. It's supposed to be a drug den where everyone acts normal. You know, it's cool. It has a strip club without strippers. You know, it's really innovative, someone told me.
I have enabled beta access, so I downloaded the beta update, and as a result, if I hit M for map and then I go G for surface map, you can see.
Oh no! You can't. Oh no! This is Fallout 76 all over again. You want to open the map, you need to press M. You want to open the map, well, press escape. You want to exit the game, press escape, and then get those. Oh no! So when you open the map, you still need to press additional clicks that are mini loading screens, to be honest, to a certain degree, to still get to the place that you want to get? This is insanity.
There are actual city maps now. These are way better than...
Wait, I already have questions, since I never went to Neon. What the hell is this? So this is the big city Neon, and it has like one landing platform, that's it? And then there's this other, I'm assuming, landing platform that is on a lower elevation, and, how the hell do you get stuff from here to here? I don't get it. What is this?
now. These are way better than what was here before. And if I actually use this to fast travel into the city, you can see we'll pop in here. And then if I go here, pull this open.
Wait. We just traveled into the city.
We'll pop in here.
Okay, so this is the same NPC that this NPC.
And then...
And, oh wait, are these the same NPCs next to each other? My god, Starfield, you have truly outshined yourself this time. Holy! No, this is so sad.
And if I go here, pull this open, it actually renders a readable map with objective markers and all sorts of stuff. Like it actually has a map now instead of the weird blue ocean of dots we had before. So
okay. I don't know what these icons actually mean. Is this a food icon? Like, what's the point?
Props to Bethesda. They added maps to their game. Like over half a year later, but they still added them, so hooray. And when you go to a random planet surface, let's just go like over here and land in the craters. We'll pop over here.
You're not actually landing in the crater. If you land on a mountain, you're not actually landing on the mountain. The place that you click has absolutely nothing to do with the place that you are loaded in.
Load screen. And then the game's gonna load in. And there we are. You can see... Ooh, all sorts of cool stuff. So many points of interest. It's captivating and amazing. I pull up the map, I go to the surface map, and you can see it actually has a real map.
Holy, now you can actually...
Rendering from...
Now you can actually fully see the nothingness. That's so impressive. Look at this. You can literally see the nothingness. Wow, it is more empty than I expected. This is impressive.
From a bird's eye view showing you this area. Now, this is great to have. Honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't here since...
I mean, this actually gives me the impression knowing how actually little anything there is in this game.
Launch. But I think, honestly, I have sort of a conspiracy theory for why this wasn't here, and this is just me making stuff up, to be very clear. I don't have any like leaks confirming this or anything. This is just my personal speculation given what I see here. These are cool to have in cities. When you look at the game from this perspective, from this map perspective, when you're just freely exploring, I don't think it actually paints the game in a good light. I don't think it actually helps the game. This makes these landing zones appear, I would say, just as empty as they actually are, but it removes much of the mystery or illusion of scope and adventure. Like, this is...
By the way, this... Okay, so this is hilarious. Do you notice something strange? Do you notice something awkward? Look real closely to this, and I'm not talking about this thing right here. I'm talking about the rocks. The rocks are perfectly evenly spaced. Look at this. Rock there, rock there, rock there, there. Then the grid shifts a little bit for some reason. Rock there. The rocks are perfectly evenly RNG distributed on dots. Look at this. It's a grid. The rocks are placed in a goddamn grid.
Of scope and adventure. Like, this is too revealing, I think, to keep up the idea that this is like a vast map that you could explore and stumble on interesting things in. Like there's one POI.
Well, that's the neat part. Not a single person is ever gonna just randomly go around stumbling around the map because there's nothing to find on it. Except this. This looks interesting, but again, it's probably nothing.
Over here, which doesn't have an objective marker, so there's probably nothing there of note to find. But beyond that, there are these.
That most likely is effectively just like a random generated set piece. That's not even really a set piece because it serves no purpose, and there's nothing there. He's completely right.
Points, and that's it. And so there really is no reason to go explore this direction. There's no reason to look over here. There's no reason to look over here. And my conspiracy theory is that Bethesda intentionally did not.
I wonder if this crater is just a larger version of this exact same crater. That's what I'm wondering currently. Other they probably are because it's impossible to tell, right?
Not prioritize having maps like this at launch because it would make it too obvious how little there actually was to do in these fishbowls. Because when you're looking at the planet's surface, when you're just running around in first person or third person, it can look really exciting and really interesting. There's so much stuff all around. Wow. But when you look at it from the mini map perspective, or I guess main map perspective, you see just how not vast and epic this actually is to explore. Again, just my speculation, me making stuff up, but it would make sense why Bethesda seemingly didn't add this really obvious thing to their game. And it was because if they did...
I want to know how many different rock formations are there, actually. Let's see if we can find anything that matches. This one's pretty easy to match. Let's see if there's anything that matches it. Well, it's probably rotated, so this is kind of a fool's errand. That's pretty similar. Can't see, but the rocks are also not even unique, I'm assuming, the rock piles.
Seemingly didn't add this really obvious thing to their game. And it was because if they did, you would see just how empty...
No, but seriously, the patterns of rocks are blatantly just standing out in my head. It is uncanny bad.
Most of these fishbowls actually would be. But a lot of the other eccentricities, let's just say, of Starfield are still here. People still look
like
a little odd, and there's still like some weird bugs. What is he doing?
He's walking, I think Bethesda would probably name that.
That was weird. It's still a Bethesda game, okay? This doesn't really change a whole lot. It adds some quality of life things that frankly should have been in the game beforehand. Personally, I would say since launch, but perhaps that's just me being
wait, is this the first fat person we find? Shoot it!
An unreasonable Bethesda hater, I suppose. But with all of these things, the game is technically speaking better, but it's still Starfield. It's still...
Also, why the hell do they all have the same hairdo almost? It feels like they all have the same hair for some reason.
A Bethesda game, it won't really change that. Granted, what I'm playing right now is a beta version of the software. And with that comes risks of performance issues.
Granted, we're still playing a beta version of Starfield anyway, even outside of the beta.
Usually bugs and maybe certain objectives will break, stuff like that. When I was playing this on stream earlier, something interesting happened, which I'll just play it here. This is why you should come subscribe to the Luke Stevens live channel. We're on our way to 100,000 subs. You could be in the first 100,000. You should definitely join us. But this moment happened live for everybody that was in chat, and just watch. Like, you look at this. This was like supposed to be the big exciting moment in Starfield when you land on a planet and you start exploring freely a place nobody in the world has ever been. Oh no.
It crashed! I knew it! You open the map and look at it and it's gonna brick your PC. Man, Bethesda really never gets better now, does it? Yeah. Nice.
It just killed my computer.
Nice. Yeah, I told you this is gonna happen. This is the most Bethesda thing ever. Oh my god, someone just nuke Bethesda off the face of the universe.
Thank God I have a streaming PC separate. We've angered him. We've angered him greatly.
Huh.
We'll let you rest now. Okay. Well, that's something else. I'm not memeing here. I'll rotate the camera.
No, I believe it. I believe it. I believe it.
Okay.
I 100% believe it bricked.
Power
Fully
button.
bricked. Oh, wait, is it... Wait, how dead is that? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna try cycling the power supply. We'll see if that does it. And obviously it's not a
Wait, how dead is this PC?
breaker issue or something, because everything else is still on. The computer to the other side is still on and fine.
Yeah.
Okay, let's cycle it back on. Moment of truth. Okay. It's turning on.
Yeah, again, this is completely expected levels of BS. This is nothing new. This has happened before.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's what I get for trying for trying that. That's funny. I don't know what could have done that. I have it. So each of these computers goes into its own separate UPS, which is like an uninterrupted power supply. And it has like a battery backup. So when power goes out, it can still run until you can turn it off properly. And this thing is set to beep when it approaches like 90% utilization or load, which this thing has like a 1500 watt load. That I have under the desk that it's plugged into. And so it wasn't maxed out on power or anything. It just gave up. I've incurred Todd's wrath.
They're skipping.
That being said, let's try one of the other updates, which is in the settings, accessibility tab. And you see we have the option for dialogue camera. I'm going to turn that off. And now when I talk to people, it should get rid of that semi-cinematic, but not really cinematic cameras. Let's go over here and have a conversation with somebody. Employee? No, it needs to be like a named character. Hold on. Okay, here we are.
Hello, and welcome to Terra Brew.
Okay, and then we compare that with the dialogue if we have that turned on, which would look like this.
Thanks for choosing Terra Brew. What can I get you?
I mean, considering the game looks bad, it's still bad, so who cares?
So that's a thing. I honestly don't know what I prefer.
Nothing. It looks
they're both
bad either
different,
way.
And I think one feels more like you're playing an MMO or something. The other feels like you're playing more of a scripted first-person game that's trying to do a little bit more for presentation. I still prefer the Fallout 4 way of doing things more with like the cinematic camera than this, but at least it's different.
I mean, everything in any game is better than in Starfield, and ironically.
It's something. So listen, I'm sure it's only going to get better as time goes by, and they're going to continue to make improvements, and performance will be better, and all.
Yeah, that's what she said.
All that will be great. They'll eventually add little dune buggies, which will help and speed up the time between points of.
Okay, actually, someone must have tried it. What happens when you try to just jetpack off the planet? What happens?
Interest and stuff, which is sorely needed. But frankly, I think the biggest problems with Starfield are not ones that can be remedied by way of quick quality of life improvements. Like the core problems with Starfield are much more structural, and
yeah, of course they're more structural. Let's look at this base, okay? You see, there is a reason like no one likes Starfield, and that is because if you're designing buildings, get a fucking architect. If you're designing science stuff, get a goddamn scientist. If you're trying to design space settlements or something like that, how about this crazy, miraculous thing? Actually ask someone who knows about this crap. Because look at this garbage. What the hell, honestly, even this is this? This is the... Okay, listen. See, this is the entrance. Then there's... Why? Why is it curved? Why... How does it make sense that it's curved? It's stupid. It's useless. There's solar panels here. What did the solar panels do? Nothing. They're solar panels. If you're just gonna put them like this, and that's not from where always the sun shines, you're effectively 100% it's not even useful to actually have them. Okay? Why is there this here? Why is the building not just a square? Okay? How does this design make sense? It's so dumb. What the hell is this antenna? Why are there 15 different antennas on this antenna? What is this orange bowl thing? Is it another power supply collector thing? I don't know. Where is this going? Why is it there? What's the point of these pipes? I don't know. This is just stupid. Why is this buried in the goddamn fucking ground here? And why? You can clearly see that here there's a pipe or something going from this to this, which means why? If this needs to be close to it, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. And this is the whole of Starfield. It's just a giant diarrhea of nonsense. Like, I will never enjoy a location that's as unnecessary random as this just because Todd Howard wanted to say, oh, it's NASA punk. And when it's not NASA punk, and by the way, who even knows what NASA punk is? This is definitely somewhat NASA, but this is definitely zero punk. Oh, and then Todd Howard says, oh, it's supposed to be nothing's realistic about this, Todd. This seems like the most inefficient thing ever, Todd. This seems completely non-functional, Todd. This is complete random stuff for the sake of random stuff being at random places, Todd. Can you stop, Todd? Jesus.
That will be great. Is sorely needed. But frankly, I think the biggest problems with Starfield are not ones that can be remedied by way of quick quality of life improvements. Like the core problems with Starfield are much more structural and I think integral to the engine itself. I've done a number of videos where I've interviewed like game developers or modders asking them what could be done to improve or fix
Yeah, nothing. Starfield is Starfield, and it's kind of sad. Well, honestly, I guess that's the whole video. Anyway, Luke stiffens, boys. 10 out of 10. This was Quizzer. Bye-bye.